Hey everybody, and welcome back to BerCrew Studios Plays at EU4. I'm your host Nemes. We're back in our single-player Cologne/Westphalia series. Hey, just want to thank everybody for their support. Cologne series has continued to do well despite the fact that it's not exactly the most commonly used search term on the planet. But if you are enjoying the series, please leave a like down below. And also any comments, suggestions, you name it in the comments field down below. We really appreciate it. And thank you again for all your support up to this point. So we're back. We're on patch 1.1.1.15. I'm sorry. I have been I was ill real heavily the last 7 days, so I've only been like an episode ahead at a time. So you know, for those of you who are like, wait a minute, that's just now a thing. Yeah, you're right. I don't have a lot of advanced release on this thing right now. Hoping to catch up this weekend, and I'll probably be a few episodes ahead. But in the meantime, allows you guys to give some pretty immediate feedback. So we're over our Diplo limit because we're trying to become the Emperor. If you recall from our last couple, I apologize if a little boring episodes. We're all about that emperorship. No trouble. And I think I'm gonna take the Diplo rep here. And hopefully we can get Bohemia to kick off here soon. They are 49, so they're getting up there. Meanwhile, we're trying to make some improvements. There are some disputed successions out there, but nothing worth going after. We got some truces that are getting ready to expire: Hyanet, Savoy, and the Palatinate. So that's fun. Now we've got cores on Meppen and Holstein. I would love to take me some Holstein. But we'll see. They're allied with Sweden, and that's pretty much it. I think we can probably take Sweden. Sweden's a little OP, you know. No idea why. But they've only got 31,000 troops right now, and we've got, you know, what is this, 56,000 or 55,000? Is that our force limit? No, we've got 5 more. So let's go ahead and build those, because we have plenty of manpower, 70,000 manpower. So I'm going to build some more of that. 1, 2, 3. And then Lithuania just rivaled us. 1. Come on. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Alright. So. Yeah, so Lithuania just rivaled us. I don't know why. Poland, Riga, and Savoy are their allies. Poland's pretty big and scary, but we don't need to necessarily fight those guys anytime soon. Brabant, you're good. Holland, you're good. Let's take a look at our economic situation. So we are collecting in Lübeck, and we've got 42% of the trade power here. Our navy is doing yeoman's work there. We do have a fair amount of war galleons. We do have a couple of open spots for ships, so we will take care of that so we can get a little bit more money, because we need money. We're only at 1.8 right now, which is not much at all. I was just recording some stuff with Bob over Maniacal Studios for our multiplayer campaign, where we're, you know, Lucca and Mantua, major Italian powers now. If you haven't checked that series out, please do. We're having a great time, and we've been putting out daily content on that series as well. But I'm used to being a merchant republican down in Italy, and I make nothing here compared to what I make there. So I kind of miss that. I want to take the rest of Lübeck, and I'm going to at some point. But just, I'm hoping Emperor kicks it. I'm hoping we can get some stuff and things going here, but we'll see. So let's bring them down here. Do I kill this dude, or do I make the clergy lose loyalty? Well, I do like admin power, so I'm going to take the admin power. Alright. Merge them up. Then when my fleet comes down, we'll merge the rest of them. And then they can go back to giving us trade power on Lübeck. Fantastic. Alrighty. We do have some nice big forts going here. We do have the level 6, the star forts going in a couple places. So our king died, but we got a 632 now, which is pretty awesome. Good thing we got that extra admin power, because we're going to use it now. We are in trade ideas, so we're probably going to do some admin development here. Just to... actually, let me check on a couple things first. So, inflation, we'll reduce that first. And then I'll let the... no, I think I'm going to go ahead and spend at least a little bit. Free mercantilism, thank you very much. Let's go to low cost and admin. Do some of that. One more. There we go. The Burger's estate modifier has expired. Their influence is now less. That's fine. We lost a an advisor. Or no, we didn't. I don't know what we lost. So we're on patch 1.15, and there's been some changes which are interesting. That's probably who died. Was there a king? That's fine. I'm not going to go into those in detail. If you guys would like me to do patch notes videos, I'm happy to kind of talk about the practical ramifications of patches. If you'd like to see that, leave a comment down below and let me know. There were some estates changes that took place, and you know, a few other things. So there's definitely, excuse me, I had to cough. There's definitely some changes that have occurred that are impactful to our game and otherwise. Man, 70,000 manpower. That is a lot. We got some manpower. Let's see where that puts us in the grand scheme of things. Probably helps to actually go to the top. To Ottomans, Lithuania, and then us. Wow. Wow. Force limit, probably not nearly that high. Nope. Well, we're not that low, but we're not that high. Interesting. Interesting. Trade depots are fun, but I can't build them where I want to, so that's no good. Could do the force limit thing. That's always good. I do like force limits. Ooh, regimental camps. I can build a bunch of these, or not a bunch, but I can build some of these. I do like extra force limit. I'm a big fan of the force limit buildings, naval and army. Because we're at 61,000 troops, which is our force limit. But we're only at 27 naval force limit because we're just not that heavy on the coast. Bohemia, you plan on dying anytime soon, buddy? Come on, you're 52. Let's give up. Let's see. Yeah, I just want him to die so I can become the emperor. That's all I want. Because then my manpower will be ridiculous, and so will my force limit. And then we can just go warring crazy. And I look forward to it. We are going to have to rumble with Poland at some point, but they are our allies right now. If we are the emperor, there's going to be a limit to what we can do, taking things from the HRE, but it doesn't stop us from pushing outside of the HRE. Poor France. France might kick it here finally. Provence has them fully occupied. Let's see what this war score is. Negative 35? Oh boy. Man, that's, you know, I got a bunch of admin, so I'm gonna just take the stab hit. Alright, so who else are you fighting, Provence? Gelra. Okay, so he's gonna go up and siege Gelra down. And they're pretty much heavily sieged already. I didn't realize they had moved this far down the coast. That's pretty interesting. That's probably one of the bigger Gelras I've seen. I'm also taking ideas on next video we do. So I'll kind of tell you what my thoughts are. Someone recommended an Austria that, as the emperor, actually preserves the empire and tries to take Italy back, which I'm actually all for trying. So if you'd like to see that, let me know. I'm also considering, you know, some of the, I'd like to do something a little different next time. Korea is an option, or Japan, but a buddy of ours has, Dennis and Dan has a Japan playthrough going right now. If you haven't checked it out, go over, check his channel out. Excuse me. I'm really leaning towards Austria. But we could do, you know, Castile or Brittany or Scotland. I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'm pretty open to what we're gonna do. But we're gonna do a new single player soon. either at the end of this series or you know, if Bob and I have a quick break on our multiplayer, I'll do a series. So yeah, let me know. Bohemia, Brandenburg has been done kind of to death by our good friend Bob lately, so I don't know if I want to go that route, but let me know what you guys think. Ooh, trade steering. All right, so we're at 29.11. Let's click the button. Trade steering +5. Let's see what we get. Not much. 29.43. Disappointing button click. We can't take military tech early. I'm going to wait a little bit because we're not at war. Or imminently at war. New heir. Ooh, I liked Victor. Let's go back to Victor. Victor. 336. Ooh, that's a lot of military power. If we finish this Diplo idea, it might be really nice to get a military idea next so that we can fully leverage Victor's skill set. We're doing all right on estates. Nothing too great. Nothing too terrible. We still have Wurzburg as a vassal, and we're going to keep them around until after we become the emperor, and then we will we'll probably integrate him. Everybody's still voting for me for the most part. Let's put our Diplos back to work. And when I become the emperor, let me know what you want me to do. Do you want me to attack some of these bigger powers and break the HRE back up a bit? You know, that's a thing we could certainly do. You know, because the South, you know, there's a lot of consolidation that has happened here, particularly by Bohemia. If we wanted to break that alliance and go after them, we could absolutely, you know, rebirth the HRE here in the late game. Let's get some more force limit. I like force limit. And we'll do a naval. No, we can't do a naval one. Don't have that much money. Bum, bum, bum. So 62. What do we got? 1948. 1848. We'll do some more infantry. We lost our general. That's a shame. Let's roll a new general. That's not bad. 332. Prestige, please. I've got plenty of papal influence. I'm not too worried about it. Let's take a look at the world, because I know you're bored right now. And I apologize for that, but we really want to become the emperor, because it's going to make for a really cool end to the game. I think we're just going to, if we can pull this off, if you can bear with me through these episodes, the payoff is going to be pretty amazing. So Russia never formed. Ryazan still exists. Riga has eaten portions of Muscovy. The hordes are still being hordy. There's a whole bunch of Cossack stuff going on. Wow, look at Ming. Ming has pushed way farther east than I think I've ever seen them. That is crazy. The Bahmanis have eaten all. They've eaten all of India. All right, let's go deal with that. Meanwhile, on the other side of the planet. Perhaps don't care about their opinion. Munster, you're not an elector, are you? Nope. Alright, so yeah, Ming's scary. Ottomans doing their thing, but yeah, the Bahmanis have eaten almost all of India. There's a little bit of Gujarat left. Ethiopia has gone all kinds of buck wild down the east coast of Africa. That's really impressive. Now they've run into obviously the Ottomans up north, so you know there's a limit to what they're going to be able to do there. Central Africa is not consolidated as much as I expected it to this late game. Spanish Brazil's ridiculous, and Portuguese Mexico, New Holland. New Holland is basically, I don't want to say it's kept England from doing much, but there's a British Mexico. But yeah, Britain didn't do anything there, and this is all the Bretons. The you know, Brittany is coming over here. They're occupied by somebody right now. Who is that? By Breton La Plata. So two of the colonies are fighting each other. Interesting. Denmark and Great Britain have split Iceland. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. Well, I hope you enjoyed that world tour. So, funny story. I was reading some stuff about maps. You know, we have this kind of classical. I can't remember what this is called, the Mercator map or something, and how it distorts the size of land masses. Oh boy, hold on. Let me deal with this. 17 particulars in Oldenburg. Well, y'all just go hang out in Oldenburg. Anyhow, and so they were talking about how sometimes the size of things gets distorted pretty heavily. Like the United States. Oh boy. Clergy. Oh, I'm basically handing off Hoya. Clergy loses and they gain, and then yeah, let's do that. Oh, you're mad now, eh? Well, here's a donation for you to shut the hell up. And then, are you guys over where you need to be? Probably by now. Yeah. So anyway, as I was saying, oh my God, really? Yeah, I don't care about Lubeck. Like the United States, the lower 48, it fits like right here. Like it's just this little part of West Africa. And Greenland, like, fits in a little tiny pocket of Brazil. It's so tiny. Because the way the map's built, and it makes a certain amount of sense, right? We're making flat maps of globes. It really distorts the size of countries up above. The further from the equator it is, and it shrinks things that are down there. So, like, you can fit the U.S. and China and one other continent in Africa. It's so gigantic. Yeah, I like free stability. And like Canada, which looks immensely bigger than the continental United States, is actually almost the identical size. It's just that it looks so much larger up here. But anyway, it's an interesting thing. Look it up if you haven't already. There's a couple maps that are trying to be a little bit more what's the word? Max. Oh, hey, they finally implemented that. I just watched an episode of somebody talking about that. That is fantastic. All right, so we maxed out our admin. So I'm going to do two things. First is I'm going to increase our stability to 3. Because why not? And then I'm going to do a little more. Well, I may just take the tech. Yeah, I'm going to take the tech now. Which is going to open up our next set of ideas, which is awesome. Because we're going to do this. All right. And let's do cohorn mortar. Yep. Do I need any Sunday schools? Missionary strength? No, yeah, sure. And I may wait on the idea till next episode because I'm releasing this tomorrow. I'd love to hear what you guys think we should do with that next idea. So I'm going to save that for you guys. But anyway, as I was saying, check out the map stuff. It was fun. I was talking to some buddies of mine in Europe, and we were talking about different cities in the U.S. and whatnot. And I was telling him, I was like, you know, it's important to understand geography, not just in the sense that it's important to understand where things are, but the scale of things. I said, you know, because he was asking what cities should I go to in the U.S., right? And a gentleman named Saudi Knight, if you haven't checked him out, he's on YouTube, check him out. And I said, well, it's hard because you got to understand, driving from the west coast of Portugal and Spain, I was saying the equivalent of driving from one side of the U.S., you know, like L.A. to New York, is like driving from the west coast of Portugal, where it meets the sea, to almost the eastern border of Turkey. So, you know, you pass through a lot of countries, you know, in an equivalent drive, right? It's like, I want to say this to here is a 45-hour drive, mostly because you have to drive around the Mediterranean. And one side of the U.S. to the other is 43 hours. So size does matter, despite what anyone may have ever told you. Anywho, we'll talk more about some interesting stuff as I try to keep you from being bored out of your skull. Let's figure this out real quick. Yeah, local unrest is fine. While we wait to be the emperor, which I promise you is probably coming next episode, And if not, I'll abandon this. If we don't get it sometime early next episode, I will not make you guys suffer anymore, and I will push forward and just declare war on somebody for the hell of it. So stick with us, and we'll see you guys next time.